What up? What up? What up? What's going on, people? Big IV, big full by the people for the people. And this is the For the Real Only channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can stay tapped in as well. It's not a game, it's not a test, but this is the real thing. You know that. Of course, you know that. Appreciate that whoever hit that like. I don't know what's wrong with this thing up here, but I always get likes before I see the actual number of people. You don't be knowing what be going on. Who in here? State your name. Get in here and let us know where you from, where you representing. We is coming to you live from Jersey. Nope, nope, unacceptable. Better not. Moni Bubba in the building. No thumbs downs. Hello, Grandma. Grandma Lynn in the building. Alexi K in the building. Y'all go subscribe to all these peoples. Hold on. I could have sworn let me go ahead and put you on before somebody come in here. It don't take but a few times you come in here before they make a fake page on you and around my neck of the woods. Money. Mm-hmm. Money, money. Uh-oh, Moni, let me hold something. Granny just told on you. Let me hold by like $1,000. Money. Yeah, man, I'm so used to calling you Moni. We all used to calling you Moni. You know what I'm saying? Money. What up, people? I'm just chilling, counting down to 4 o'clock. Time to go in. Look, violence. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to watch what I say this merry-go-round on here. $5 in a root beer. Yeah, that's good. That's not too much to ask for. Make it happen, Bubba. God bless you too, Lexi. Okay. Appreciate you coming by again. Yep. Man, listen. I had to like I had to delete a comment. Listen. About this food video, right? I did a review on this cooking channel. Somebody had up there dirty spaghetti. It was a play on dirty rice. I got dirty rice videos on both channels because the first time I made it on this. Before I started the cooking channel, I started the cooking on this channel, and then I branched it off. So I got one on here where you'll see me make dirty rice, collard greens, and barbecue chicken in the oven, and I got one on there where you just see me do the dirty rice. So I decided every now and then I decide to try a food review. Not all the time when you review these people recipes, do these people recipes be what they say it is. There's a beloved YouTuber that be cooking. Y'all might have heard me talking about recently. About a year ago, Edwin, which is a supporter of this channel and somebody I grew up with, I do requests too. People can request for me to cook things, and I'll cook them or try things, and I'll try them. So he requested that I try crock pot orange chicken, and he sent me the video, and it was smoking and grilling. It was AB. So I said, "Oh, okay." Now I had this problem I'm about to explain. I had it one time with this person, and the recipe wasn't right. So I said, "Okay." So I'm watching the video, and I'm noticing he cooking it. I ain't seeing no smoke, and it's just looking too perfect. Anybody know crock pot food? A lot of times, pot food it always come out real good, but it don't come out pretty all the time. If you're familiar with cooking and using crock pots, you know that the crock pot version of something is oftentimes far less pretty and visually appealing. So I'm looking like, man, he did that in the crock pot. It looked perfect. I where the smoke coming from the pan, and I just felt a certain type of way. I had a hunch, so I go and I follow things to the T. When I try somebody's recipe, I follow it just as they make it, and then when I go back, I put my own little spin on it. So turns out that wasn't what he put out there on the recipe wasn't what it came out to. So I left Mr. Smoking and Grilling with AB a message, and he responded to everybody else's message, and he didn't respond to mine. I said, "Hey, bro, this is not really what you said it is." You know what I'm saying? Didn't come out like that, and I knew it. So fast forward, this dude got dirty. So I deleted his comment, but this dude got dirty spaghetti. So I said, okay. I don't know why. I guess it's just because I like New Orleans cooking and dirty rice. I decided to make it. The rice will absorb the flavors better than the pasta noodles anyway. But the name caught me, so I said, let me try this out. I made it, and the video is still inching up. It's about 300 views, but it's still going. It ain't slow down yet. Um, so I made the little stuff, and like I said, it had the flavor. The flavor was there, but it wasn't nothing special about it. I followed it to the T. Only thing I changed was I noticed it was a little bland, so I put some kosher salt in it. But I ended up saying, and I gave the props. I said, look, I said, just make dirty rice. Don't even waste your time with this. It ain't bad, but it ain't worth trying. I would never make it again. I wouldn't make it for me. So if I told somebody about it, let's just say I was cooking for somebody, they say, "Let me try to make that." You ever had it? You ain't never had it? Okay, I'll make you some. But I would never make it again, and I would never make it for me. And I'm gonna probably make it again, but I'm gonna put my own spin on it. And I was doing some research, and just the thoughts that I had in my mind of what I was gonna do with it, I see is people doing it that way. So he did it in his own way, and I followed your recipe to the T, bro. It ain't all it wasn't nothing to hoot and holler about, bro, and that's it. But I didn't say it was nasty. I just said, just make the rice. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get mad if art is subjective. If you on here doing cooking videos, especially if you putting out the actual recipe of how you make it, there are gonna be people out here who are gonna try these recipes. It's going. Some people have tried. Digital Dre made the spaghetti. A couple people have tried my recipe. They said it's good. If somebody come back and they say I don't like this, that's them. We all got different taste buds, but you can't get mad, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it was lacking. It looked better than it was. Like, geez, you know. I didn't say it was nasty. I just said there ain't no points in it's a way, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Can't be mad at OIV. I followed it to the T, and I recommend meals. Oh yeah, but you trying to work me? Nah, you sent me something with the dude used every cooking method. He done baked, fried, boiled, fricasseed, seared. He done everything just to make Alfredo baked potato. And I got a baked potato like that. I got a seafood baked potato. Check it out. I'm gonna just send you that'll hopefully be satisfying to you. But I ain't doing all that to make no Alfredo baked potato. I can do it in far less steps than what he did. You be trying to send stuff that's too much work. I ain't trying to work like that. No, you know what I'm saying? I ain't get monetized yet. When I get monetized, then I'll start really showing some stuff off. But literally a dump and go. Yeah. So and when I thought about it, it was kind of my fault because I'm like, man, the only difference is a noodle and rice. Right, Lexi K. So it really ain't nothing, So I'm like, man, that's kind of was my fault because what was you expecting? You know what I'm saying? The only difference is noodle and rice. Also, dirty rice has more of a kick to it. The spices that he used slap your mama, but you would have to put a whole lot of that in there to even get like, trust me, make dirty rice. Follow the dirty chef full dirty rice recipe. Don't be hyping her up, Lexi K. She trying to bully me. Rachel, what up, Rachel? Y'all go subscribe to one Rachel Terrell. Oh, I can't. YouTube don't want me. Somebody said that. That YouTube said you can't say that. Go check out Rachel channel and make it do what it do when you're done. Oh, that's why you don't. Oh, okay. Then everything else you recommend be sweets. You know, I don't eat sweets that much. That's because you love sugar. You want me to make cakes and cookies and pies and danishes and everything else. I don't even want to touch dough. I don't want to deal with dough and flour. It's too messy. Jeez. Yeah, it's just not good. If it ain't good, it's just not good, Granny. You can't get mad at me. You can't get mad. You can't mad me. You can't get mad. You cook this. I ain't behind in the chat. I ain't behind. Listen, I'm responding at the same time. Yeah, I can cook the stuff, but everybody you got chefs who just do desserts that can't cook no food. Are you attacking them like this? You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't make desserts, I don't. Whatever I make, I gotta eat for now. Unless I got a restaurant or something, or somebody paying me to cater, then I'll get to venturing out. But whatever I cook, I gotta eat at least some of it. I don't eat it all, but I gotta eat some of it. And I don't eat sweets. I'll eat some peach cobbler. I'm actually. I was supposed to have done that by now. I'm actually gonna. That's gonna be my first dessert that I'm gonna do because I found a simple, easy recipe for a cobbler using ingredients that aren't the common thing. Like you can do it with biscuits and all kind of stuff. So I am gonna try, and the recipe is pretty much the same whether I use peaches, strawberries, cherries, blueberries. So I might just make them all and try them all. Then I got to figure out what I'm gonna do with all the cobbler, but I might just make them all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna do that. Yeah, when you see certain stuff on there, so if you see Meatloaf on the channel, Mr. Louisiana, 5496, my home, but I don't know where he at. Double tap the screen, hit the like button. Mr. Louisiana requested that. Edwin did the crock pot orange chicken. Napoleon did the smothered pork chops that I made on here. Like it's different people. Some girl did a carne asada steak bowl and she just never showed up again. So I'm like, I don't even remember her name to tag her in it. For Tanya did a recipe that I got to do over, but that was for char siu pork, which is a Asian uh kind of a marinade and sauce char siu, pretty good. But it was my first time making it, and I made it in the air fryer. You know what I'm saying? So the whole episode, I could have put it out, but I was like, it's kind of because you got to put it on like three cycles inside the air fryer. So it was kind of whack because it was like, okay, I put the sauce on it and I put it in there, wait a few minutes, and you see me taking it out, put more sauce on it, put it back in there, take that's repetitive. So I was like, you know what, this ain't good to show. I'll rather do it in the oven and find a way to make it look better because it was just me taking out the damn air fryer tray. Big no. Hello, sir. How you doing? I don't know about that name there, but salute to you for coming by. I don't even want to say that name. Might get some type of flagging action going on, or you know, how the tube be tubing. That might be a word that gets said in here that the algorithm pick up and like, nope, sink them low. They already, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problems with the tube. I ain't got no problem with y'all YouTube. We cool now. You know what I'm saying? We cool. Well, yeah. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Don't try to psych me out and oh, I'm gonna say it so he'll make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. With you, I might send it all to you. So you'll probably eat it all too. Eat every. I'm gonna send them all. I'm gonna send you the strawberry, the cherry, the peach, the blueberry. I'm gonna send them all to you. Let you go ahead and knock them out. Cause I'm probably just gonna scoop a little piece of every one and try it. Let you know which one I like most. Cause really, it ain't nothing but really it ain't nothing but the fruit with sugar in it and baked down. hmm But what y'all got going on today? What everybody doing today? Yeah. Oh, let me keep track of it. Okay, I got some time. I got some time. Gotta go to the barber too soon. Yeah. hmm So, what did I come on here to talk about? I always do this. Well, I was also hoping some people come in here so I could talk about sports too. I want to talk about these boxing matches coming up and people. So, about Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson. Parfait. How I'm gonna do a cooking video about a parfait? Okay, so first thing you want to do is you want to drop down in a cup there with some yogurt. Then you want to come behind that yogurt and drop down in there with just a little bit of some granola. We'll get whatever kind of granola you want. This is Chef O channel. We don't tell you what to do here. We just show you what we did. But yes. Drop down in there with some granola. Cut up a few strawberries and put them on top of them there strawberries and a few blueberries. And that's it. Y'all ain't getting nothing to eat. That video gonna be a minute and 30 seconds. Morning. That's what it's gonna have to be a mukbang. That's what I was about to say. What kind of that and if it's mukbang, it ain't gonna be long. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't gonna get no watch hours for that. Yeah, that's what it's gonna have to be. Yeah, a parfait. Jeez Louise, what's wrong with this woman? That's literally it's yogurt, granola, strawberries, and blueberries. That would be. I guess that's gonna look so good to you. Like, oh, look at that parfait he made. I guess the yogurt that I'm gonna scoop out gonna be like this. My scoop. My scoop is so good that it's gonna make when they drop down in the dish, it's gonna look just next level. I guess like. Mm. I'm gonna make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich too. I'll be better. You want me to make you a peanut butter and jelly episode? That crunchy. I'm gonna use crunchy peanut butter. See, I'm gonna put a little spin on it. Everybody else use regular peanut butter. hmm And sprinkle a little brown sugar on top of the crunchy peanut butter. Yes. Bread and butter. Oh, the ghetto favorite. Remember we used to. I don't know if you did this, but remember people used to get the bread and put it in the bottom of the oven part and put butter on it and cinnamon and brown sugar or regular sugar. Put it in there for a few minutes. You don't know nothing about that, Moni. You know what I'm saying? That's us po folks know about that. You know that was a snack until mama Fo come home and cook. Yeah, broiler part. I always say the toaster or the bottom. I know toaster is wrong, so I always say the bottom part of the oven. Yeah, and you put that one of my sister friends did that, and after that, boy, it was off to the races when I learned that. Yeah, we gonna eat this here till we figure out what's the haps on the craps tonight. French toast. Have I ever made French? I think I made French toast one time in my life. But I ain't gonna lie though, Money. I have had people asking me, do you make desserts? There's been a few people asking me that. Oh yeah. Ghetto gourmet. I make ghetto gourmet stuff though. You see, I took the packs of ramen noodles and made ramen with them. You know what I'm saying? Took the packs. I ain't trying to go get no fancy noodles. What else I made on here that was ghetto? If you look on this channel for the Real Only channel, you'll find a beanie weenies recipe where I cut up the hot dogs and sauteed them and dropped them down, baby. Yes, yes, yes. I made a beanie weenie episode on here. You know, I come from the scruggle, not the struggle, the scruggle. SCRUGGLE. Cheese toast go. I ain't never tried that. Oh, you done went next level. Cheese toast. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that recipe for Tanya, but I'm gonna find some pork belly. I'm gonna do it with pork belly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been thinking of some stuff too. Uh, I'm about to start coming from I don't know. I need to cycle out. I need to cycle out. Like y'all remember I went on a Spanish food kick a few months back. I made the bistec in saballado, and I made what else I made? I made the beans. I made arroz con pollo. I made like 3 or 4 Spanish recipes. And I got some more too. I might have to cycle back on to that. But I'm gonna start switching it up. And then we about to slip in some sensible stuff too, stuff that's good for you too. Miracle Whip sandwiches. Oh man. Jamaican food. I got some curry chicken, some curry shrimp on here. Uh I wanna make a Jamaican beef patty. I wanna try that. I already know how to make oxtails. I know how to make them a whole bunch of ways. But they charging an arm and a leg for oxtails, but they say them beef shanks. I forgot what the Italian people make them. They say they taste just like oxtails. They just bigger and they cheaper. I got a pack of those, so I think I'm gonna use the oxtail gravy recipe and just make those. But I want another pack of them because there's only 2 in the pack. Yeah, I see you talking about that, Granny, in the chat. You was saying, "Oh, I forgot what turn." It's the turmeric. The turmeric turns the outer. That's what gives it that color. Turmeric, I believe. French toast recipe using crescent rolls. Okay. Korean food. I don't know if I ever had Korean food except they little wings. Government milk. It was powder. Just add sugar and water. I never had that powdered milk. Yeah, I've been wanting to do them beef patties for a while. I just never did it because I figured I was gonna have to make some dough. Powdered milk is nasty. Look at you. I might have had powdered milk before, but I'm saying I ain't never dealt with it. When you a kid, your mama just be in the kitchen. You know. Hold on. Yep. And then I got stuff to get right. I need to do something because when I made my I don't want this stuff to go old because I've been doing. I did the video with the steak bowl, and I just had a whole bunch of ingredients, and I want to use them before they go bad. Like I got some tomatoes, and some more corn and everything. So I don't know. I might do a chicken version of that bowl, or some quesadillas or something. I know I got tortillas out the kazoo, tomatoes. I got sour cream. I got to use that stuff. And I made the chicken and noodles in the crock pot. I think I'm gonna flip that and just try the beef. Remember, I did the crock pot beef, and then I did the one with the chicken some months back. I'm gonna do that with the egg noodles too. Try that out. I just got to use this stuff. You know what I'm saying? At least keep something posted. That's why I was doing mukbangs. Just keep something posted. Tortilla chips and dip. Yeah, that sound good. Yep. I've been thinking about I did some nachos too. I remember with like some roast, some type of shredded. No, I did shredded beef nachos. So I've been thinking about, yeah, doing some nachos or um some type of chips with them, something to do with them tortillas or quesadillas. I'm gonna figure something out because I know I got a rotisserie chicken, so I might just pull the white meat, dice that up, and hit it with some chili powder, tahine, cumin, stuff like that, just to spice it up a little bit, and then do something with it. Might make some nachos with it. But then that's the same thing. I pretty much did that. Yeah, I remember I didn't make the episode because I messed up the episode because I never fried a tortilla. When I made the egg rolls, I didn't have the right wrap. I couldn't find the egg roll wrappers. I didn't know what a tortilla was going to look like or how long it take to fry. A tortilla turns brown in 2 seconds, dark brown. So that's why you just got to short of that because it didn't look appealing to me with the eye. It wasn't burnt, but the color of it didn't look appealing to me. So I just put it in a short. So that's pretty much what it would look like if I just fry up some chips and I just make that same little chicken mixture with the corn and all the ingredients. I'm just gonna make a loaded chicken. I'm gonna dice up that rotisserie chicken, some loaded nachos or something. I'm gonna put everything in it. Pico, corn, salsa, sour cream, refried. I'm gonna put the full Monty in there and get rid of all that stuff. So it ain't no wasting. Bake them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got to eat that right away too. You got to get down on that. You know what I'm saying? Cause I can do that. I didn't fry my tortillas when I made the nachos last time. I bought the chips. Hmm. You been lazy. Huh? I done got lazy. Double tap on the screen, hit the like button for me, please. Anyone that didn't do so, I would greatly appreciate it. Yep. Oh man, like I had the roughest time with this snow shoveling. So let's fast forward. We just had another nice little storm. See that? Oh, I'm over here early at that's the new job. I just ain't up close by it. You know what I'm saying? Don't need nobody on here trying to look at the signs. But yeah, we at the new spot. Um, which is right not far up the road from the old spot. But so with the storm that we just had a few weeks ago, oh, what happened was with this was that I went outside to shovel up the snow. I opened up my trunk and I realized that when I was at the old job, I left my shovel there because I needed it one day. Because me being the chief, I had to keep the walkways and everything situated. You know what I'm saying? I had other little side duties. Y'all might have thought that I used to just be sitting there, but I used to have to maneuver and move and lift up them 200 something pound tanks. I had to go back and forth with big giant bags of salt and everything from the outside to the inside until we had enough to, I had to move it from the storage by hand. And one of the things in the wintertime, I had to shovel up snow and put down salt if it was a storm coming or if the storm was already there. So I had took it out of there and I didn't remember to get it before I left that job. So I realized that. And I'm like, man, so I go and I start looking for a shovel. I'm trying to get one delivered. 'Cause, you order DoorDash, you can order from Walmart, you can order from Home Depot. So I'm looking for shovels. Everywhere it snowed out of shovels. Because as you can remember, when we had that first storm about a month ago, a little over a month ago, everybody was panic buying. So it was no shovels. So I'm like, man, I couldn't find a shovel. So I said, I'm gonna have to pay somebody to shovel me out of this space. So I found this guy on Facebook Marketplace because I've been selling items on there. And I found this guy offering a shovel. So I paid him $50 just to shovel me out of my space. And then I found somebody selling shovels, and I bought one, but that was afterwards. Now, the person who parks next to me, right? This lady, like I have been nice. It was a time where I would put down salt in my space, and I put it down in her space too, and everything. And she'd say thank you, or when I shovel, I would hit her. But this was an unusual amount of snow. So anyway, but let me volunteer to do something. You know what I'm saying? Don't just do me any kind of way. So anyway, what she does in this first snowstorm is she shovels up just enough to get her car out of the space. I should have shoveled sooner, so I waited and then I went and then discovered I didn't have my shovel. So the person who parks on the other side of me got a big pickup truck. He did it too. He did the same thing. He shoveled just enough to get his car out, so it left a big wedge of snow on both sides of my car. And then from the plow, just pushing the stuff. You know how the plow it's a big thing behind me. So I'm like, why didn't she just get her all this snow is laying here? So I said, "I'm gonna do the same thing they did." So when I had him shovel it, the guy, he shoveled up just enough to get my car. He's like, "You want me to get the rest?" And I said, "No," because in the midst of that, I looked down and I could see the line. So the snow that she left, that I think she was just assuming I was gonna shovel it up, or they thought they were sticking me with it. The snow that she left was all in her spot. So I left it there. Same thing with the guy on the other side. So I go in my house and I hear a conversation because she's standing next little module tower from me. I hear a conversation with a woman that sounded like her voice and a guy. And I hear the guy saying, yeah, he might as well have just got that too, or something. And I know it's about me. What's up, Kabiru? So I'm like, man, I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? So that was that. Basically, she left that big wedge of snow there. Both of them did. They had, and it didn't melt for a while. It didn't melt, and as soon as it melted, this hit. So they left that big wedge of snow on each side until it just melted. I didn't care because I was able to get in and out of my space. So she's parking in somebody else's space until hers melts out. So this one hit. Everybody clearly went out to shovel because I went out after the day it stopped. I went out later that day, like not long before the nighttime. A lot of people parking spot was shoveled out. So same thing. That picture that y'all saw me post, the picture that you saw me post in my community, yeah, double tap on the screen. The picture that you saw me post in my community, if you look, now if it snows, the snow is level. When you shovel snow and you throw it on top of snow, it's bumpy and clumpy. If you look, it's bumpy and clumpy near my car door, and that bumpy and clumpy snow is laying against my car door. So I come out there to shovel. I get my shovel and my thing, and scraper to get the windows, and I notice it's all this snow up against my door. So I look again. She's done the same thing. She's parking. She got enough space to get out of her little to the next person's parking space, and she left all this snow there, and it's again in her. It's even more snow, but this time she shoveled out. I don't know why she doing this. Like she don't want to do her own space, and then she had somebody shovel it, and 'cause I know she didn't do it, and they threw it on top of the snow that was piled in her space, and they were overthrowing it, and it all was leaning up against my car door, so I couldn't get my car door open. Mind you, I had put a whole bunch of salt, and you could see that it worked because the level of the snow was lower, closer to the car. If it hadn't been for the snow that they threw on top of it, the snow that wasn't clumped up was lower than the snow that was in her space. So that salt worked somewhat. So now I got to shovel it out again. The guy next to me, he got it in his head, but she tried me again. So I said, man, what is this? I said, what? So I'm angry about it. I shovel up the back. First of all, they really did a bad job to plow because it was a big mountain behind my car again, because the plow. So I shovel the back of my car. I throw that snow right in the middle of the road because they're gonna plow it anyway, and they got to come through there. That makes more sense. I took the snow on the side of my car, that extra snow and the snow, and I put it on top of her parking spot snow. So I know she thought I was gonna get it up. She thought she was putting me in a possible. Now he's gonna have to shovel it because it's up against his car. So I don't know what you thought I was gonna do with the snow. I just put it right back on top of your snow in your spot. That's how I'm gonna handle this here. You feel what I'm saying? So I did that. So now I got enough space. It's still a little bit of snow in between me and the guy in the truck. Okay, let that sit there, let that melt. I backed out, pulled my car out. It's in the middle. I knock off everything on the top. That's in the middle, so they're gonna plow through that. And I get in my car and I drive off. So I come back and I got just enough space again to get in my space. You can't play a player. I'm gonna play the game you play. When I got up the next day, that snow was gone, and it was so clean in the spot. I'm like, did somebody plow it? Like, where did it? So once they saw that I wasn't gonna get it up, they got it. I'm like, bro, what's wrong with people? Why you don't want to clean your snow? I'm not cleaning your snow. Now, if you want to talk, and I have helped you out in the past, but I don't like how you doing me. So I felt like you just thought I was gonna do it. This is an unusual amount of snow, and it wasn't no it wasn't no weak snow. This snow had a little heavy duty, had a little fluff to it. You know what I'm saying? And then I discovered that the shovels I bought from the guy off of Marketplace was cheap. It's a cheap shovel. It's definitely a cheap, weak shovel. It's back here right now. Cheap. The stick feel like you couldn't even pick up. Like I'm a guy with size and power. I'm scooping. I'm trying to get the biggest piles I can get on each shovel and get this over with quick. It's not game for you to pick up a whole lot off of it. You know what I'm saying? With it. Yeah, just like I'm like, man, people selfish, man. People are selfish. Digital Dre said in Massachusetts said I think he said one of his family members got 41 inches of snow. That's almost 4 feet. We had like 20 or 18 to 20, something like that, almost 2 feet. So they had like double. He said up in Fall River, Massachusetts, they had like double what we had. Man. Yeah, she wanted somebody to get her snow up for her. And then me and her, like, it's tumultuous. I don't like the way she parks. She parks so close to my car. There when I was working at the other job, it was mornings where I couldn't even get my car door barely open to get in my car. And me being big and tall, that presents a problem. There go this actuator. This model of Impala has a problem with Tonio do the same thing. This model of Impala has a problem with the vent door actuator. The vent and the door is connected. So that's what that tapping is. So anyway, she parked so close I couldn't barely get in my. There's been times I said, well, I'm not gonna not go to work. It's been times where I've just had to squeeze in and I know it's probably pressed up against her car, but I said, oh well. And I'm like, why are you like? When I first met this woman, I asked her. I said, make sure you don't park too. Why are you parking so close? It's like you want something to hit your car, like you want something to happen. Like I don't park that close to somebody. I don't drive close behind anybody. I don't drive close, park close to nobody. I don't want no smoke. She be parking up so close to my car. So what I do, and the other guy, the guy, see, he parks his truck, he backs his truck in, so he's always by himself. This Spanish guy. So the passenger side is facing my passenger side. So I park right on the line so I can leave extra space because she'll park right on the line and leave me to where I can't open my door if I park squarely into my space. So I got to park on the side and leave space. So she didn't want to, she trying to duck having to shovel all that snow up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know what her situation is. What up, Ty? Y'all go check out Ty channel, Dr. Chocolate YPHD, Moni Bubba channel, Grandma Lynn channel, Lexi K. Go check them out. Kabiru. Salute Kabiru. Yeah, yeah. I'm like, why are you parking so close to me? You know? I just don't get it. But I got her. And oh, I forgot to say that the first storm, when the guy came from Marketplace to shovel out my space because I didn't have a shovel, I was in the house communicating with him as he was shoveling it. So toward the end, I looked out the window and I seen that he wasn't getting the snow off the top. So, and then I had to go down and pay him anyway. So I said, let me go down here and make sure I make him get that too. So I go down there, but as I'm walking outside in my complex, it's like big windows when you go in the hallway, so you can see everything outside. And I see her going outside, and she's like, in that moment, she left that big wedge of snow, and she's partially parked on it too, because it's lower and where she's parked at. So she sees me and she drive off, like, and then she comes right back. I'm like, why? Where did she go that fast? Within 2 minutes, she comes right back. Where did she go? That's about enough time to get out of the complex. So where did she go? I think she was attempting until she saw me. She just played it off. I think she was trying to move her car or something so they can get that snow. I don't know what it was. He asked me about it. I said, don't touch it. Don't touch it. I know I paid you to do this space. You can go over into that space if you want to, but you will not be compensated by me for it. But anyway, it is what it is. I hope it don't. And we had more snow, but it's come overnight and it didn't stick. Didn't really do nothing. So I think that might possibly be it for the rest of the winter. But usually for the past few years, we've been having like some snowfall in March. It'd probably be like one little event. So hopefully not this year, but we going up in the 40s, so we inching up in the temperatures. So hopefully this will hurry up and melt down and it won't be no more smoke. I don't want no more drama with this snow. Yeah. So I put some snow down. I mean some salt. I won't never put no salt no more in her space. Can't be nice these days. Yeah. Slick. I felt like that first time, I felt like they had to be down there shoveling because everybody had pretty much come out at the same time and shovel, except for me. It felt like to me, being that both of them did it and it never happened before, I felt like they were down there talking, like both shoveling their car and like, look, I'm just gonna do enough to get him. Let him shovel it. Like I felt like, how did both of you guys do that on both sides? And I shoveled just enough to get my car in and out and left it right there. Nope, mama ain't raised no fool. We 45 minutes in. Uh-oh, let me see. Okay, yeah, that'll be perfect. Head on down the road another 15 minutes. Well, up the road to the building. Hmm. If I can, man, one day I might. Well, this the I gotta show y'all the other side. This is a nice little area too. They got like a little lake over here. Well, I ain't gonna call it a lake. I don't even know what to call it, but it's like a body of water out here. This is a whole bunch of different corporations out here. It's like this big park, and it's all these places. This building right here is brand new because this exact site, when I first got into this field, yeah, maybe I should say that might be a proper word, a pond. There's a bistro, uh, and the pond is right near the bistro. But when I first got into this field, the company I was working for, they had contracts all over the state, and they would send you to different locations, and they would send me here to this little small place. That company moved out of here though, so that bit where they were is empty, and they built another building not far from here, their own building. But this is the brand new building on this site. You know, they built that one, and they put one over here on that side too in the cut. I don't know if y'all can see that behind the trees. These was the last two built here, but this is actually the back. So gonna go park up. And I don't know what it is, but it's like a ever since I've been working over here, it's like you always see like a lot of Jewish guys, and they walk around for exercise, and they have on ties, like they dressed up, and you'll see them either in pairs of two or by themselves. They walk all around this complex. They just walk. Excuse me. So yep. Um, what I did when I was at the other spot and I wanted to get out of there, I said, let me apply to all these places. I drove through here and I was writing down different. Now I didn't even know if they needed anybody or not. I was writing down, and then I noticed that because I hadn't been here in so long, that I noticed that this building was now open. The last time I worked over here, they were building that building and this building over here. So I said, oh, and I just went on a limb and went on Indeed, and they just happened to be on there. Yeah, it probably is frozen. I didn't go over there by it. Well, it might not be because I don't think it's that cold out here. It's like not that cold. Matter of fact, hold on, let me see. Do a little tour. You know how this sector is. I gotta. This sector is. They like to be. People like doxing. They go to actuator. People like doxing. So I gotta be careful not to show no signs or nothing. Yo, and that little body of water, I've seen people come over there fishing. That's a pharmaceutical place. Oh man. Yeah. Let me try to go around. I got a nice picture of it too from years ago on my Facebook. Wait, you right, Bubba. I think it is frozen. Yeah, it is. I see some ducks. It look like some ducks on there or geese. Hold up. Check this out. That's it right there. You see these geese over there or something over there? Yep. There, yeah, that's a good view right here. That's the pond. Yeah, I think that's a goose. Yeah. Yep. And it's over here next to this bistro. This I never went to eat here, but this place everybody talk about is real good food. It be lit on the weekend over here. Oh, let me. I don't want to see the name of the truck. What look old fashioned? Oh, you mean the restaurant? Yeah. I thought it was an odd place to put, but a lot of the people um I heard that were in this complex was going over there and eating. But I seen it online. They got a lot of good food there. It's a good little restaurant. That's like if you want to go on a fancy date. But yeah, I got a picture of that pond with the sunset and everything. A nice little picture. Might put that in the community wall. Yep, double tap the screen. We 52 minutes in. It's all out here. Big building. A lot of these is pharmaceutical companies. I think New Jersey probably got the most pharmaceutical companies than any other state. This is a big pharma country. Every all over the state, there's a lot of pharmaceutical companies, but the last one I was at, they had just got clearance for a liquid cancer medication and FDA approval. Oh, a sign. Yeah, we going on a tour. Now this is where I used to work when I first got in this field, and this it's a few different places in here. See, it's empty now. See, no cars nowhere. They moved up out of here, and I think this was the only place that wasn't a pharmaceutical company that was here. I forgot what they do though. What they did. See, the signs is empty. I could show them because they took the signs down. It was. I used to love working up here, boy. If you up here, you could just play. Up at this place, you could just play hooky when they was first putting me up here because they didn't have no cameras or nothing up here, so you just be chilling. And my but I didn't actually we would be back here at the back of the building. That was the front. So this is where I used to park at back here. Yep, the boiler. They had a boiler. It was right in there. There's a little room right here, and there used to be a lot of smoke coming up through here. It was right in there. And this where all the deers used to like to. I had the door open when I first started working there. I had the door open one night, and a deer walked in the doorway of the building. Almost scared me to death. Hmm. Yes, sir. What you mean? Did whatever freeze up, Moni? You talking about that the pond? No, what did whatever freeze up from the snow? Oh no, that stuff don't freeze up, man. That stuff be that blue thing. That had nothing to do with us. That ran something else that they was. We didn't deal with that, but not the boiler. The boiler is how you get the heat, how you get the hot water, steam. Another good view. Yeah, big pond. I'm gonna go to that place one day. I'm gonna do a review of that place on the Chef O channel. I gotta check the prices first though. You want to learn how to ice skate? Well, good luck to you. Nah, go ahead, do that. Get her done, gal. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. Oh, that's what that is. I never even knew what that building was. Just noticed that sign. I wonder how long has it been there. Oh, what the hell I'm doing? I might as well. I might as well have just went to the front. I don't know how to ice skate. 59 minutes in, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in with the boy. You know what I'm saying? Double tap on the screen, hit that like button. Appreciate everybody that came through. Moni Bubba, Grandma Lynn. Check all these people out. Dr. Chocolate YPHD. You know. Kabiru Cat New. Salute to Kabiru Adventures. Man of Leisure. Double tap the screen. Who else we had up in here? Lexi K was up in the building. Beaming Boy 47. Appreciate you coming through, man. Hope you subscribe while you was here. Beaming Boy 47. Salute. hmm We got the people name who we couldn't say on here. I'm sure they was trolling. Rachel, one Rachel Terrell. Salute. Yep. Yes, sir. And I think that's it. Yep, that's it. That's all who stated their name up in here. We was in here from Florida, Oregon, everywhere else. Yep. Well, I got a few more minutes here. How many minutes I got? 28 minutes. So I guess I'll tap back in y'all yesterday. Yeah. Oh yeah, he did. Yep. That's a surefire sign. People, they immediately hit the streets with the trolling. They make these fake accounts and just hit immediately. Like they don't even wait. Just hit immediately. It's always like that. It'll always be like within a month or either that day that they make the account. I'm waiting for the trolls to get savvy, since you got all these fake accounts, and since a lot, why don't you get some fake subs and stuff, and just make your channel look legitimate. They be on here with no subs, been on here for all these years, not one video. Yeah, yeah. In this sector, when I first was in this little sector I'm in, we that's why I got a habit of giving everybody a wrench once they start coming through here. It's people in this sector that'll watch them and create fake pages of them, and then they'll come into your live and start trouble with you. So you'll be arguing with the person thinking that it's them, and it's really not them. 'Cause I didn't flew off the handle on somebody on here before, because they came in and they was talking crap to me, and I thought it was. I said, "Well, hey, you know what I'm saying?" And I realized later on it wasn't them. So we just got in the habit of, once you get known, let me go ahead and give you a standard mod so that they can't pretend to be you. And they'll still try it sometimes. They'll still try to come in. So it's like, nah, because that person got a wrench over here. I already know. Bye. Right. But I really and truly don't believe in having too many mods, but just the way it's been here, you got to. And I did apologize to that person for I ain't gonna say her name. Everybody arguing on here right now, and she in the middle of it. But I did apologize because I thought it was her. I wasn't having it. I said, whoa, wait, 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 whoa, 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 whoa. Pour my drink in here. I ain't even bring no. I should have. Guess I'm gonna end up spending money because I've been out. So I just decided not to go back home. So I said, I didn't bring no lunch. Well, dinner. Yep. Mm-hmm. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Are you threatening me? Are you threatening me? Why are you threatening me? before they put this building here, people used to do everything over here. Unsavory acts, especially if it was late. Because I'm always early. I don't like to be late, so I'm always early. So even before this building was here, I used to come park back here in this lot when it was just an empty lot. The building wasn't even here. And you'll be people over in the cuts. You'll smell funny fragrances, or, you know, I've been over here and seen cars moving, and then I drive past the car and it's fogged up. So you know what that is. And I've seen the cops make people leave. They made me leave one time. It was me and it was another car. So people should just hang out here. It should just be somebody over there right now, probably chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only one that parked way back here, and I just park back here for now. And I get ready to go in. I'm gonna go up close. I don't know who that is. Yeah, yeah. This used to be a little hangout spot back here. The people used to also, if you would come over here during the day or at night, I've been here and I've seen people practice drive around here. Like, people, like I've seen. I don't. Some people do this. Some people freelance. It was this Indian guy, and he would have different people with him. They could have been his kids or what, but I've seen him with like 3 or 4 different people over here over the years before this building was up, and he would be practice driving. Like they'll park, then he'll have them pull out and drive around. They would always just loop this little section, and they'll park, back out, drive around, park, drive. So he was teaching them how to drive. Oh yeah, the cheaters could have definitely got some episodes. So that wasn't the first time I seen that, but I seen that one night, and I said, let me just mess with him. And it was almost time for me to go clock in at that old building that I just showed y'all. So I was just be parked over in this area. So I just drove around that way, and there was 2 cars parked. It was a dead giveaway. Whenever you see 2 cars parked right by each other like that, it's like you guys came all the way to the corner and parked right next to each other. Something going on. So what I gathered from it was that both of you have a significant other, and you met up in this parking lot, and somebody got out of one car and got into the other car, and then the car started rocking, and then I drove by and the windows was fogged up. I said, okay, yeah, that's what it is. Because you would people, if you didn't have a significant other, if nobody had a significant other, all that wouldn't have been done. You wouldn't have went through all that. You know what I'm saying? You would have just met somewhere, or went and picked them up, or went to their house, or went to went and got a room or something. But when you do it like that, it's a dead giveaway. Tipping around. You've been tipping around the town with some fancy clown. You've been tipping around. Yeah, work husbands and work wives. Everybody has had a work significant other at one point in their life. Everybody had a work boo before. You know what I'm saying? Whether you was single, you know. Now I ain't saying nobody wasn't faithful, but I'm saying everybody done had somebody at work that they friend cool with. You know what I'm saying? Got a chemistry with. They flirt with them. Sometimes work stuff like that. It ain't always physical. Sometimes it be just a connection. That people be talking, or they have a bond, or they flirt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 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 I knew you was gonna. So you ain't Bubba. You ain't never been working with somebody and y'all had a chemistry with each other and y'all was flirting and stuff like that. I ain't saying you had a boyfriend and then you was at work cheating on the boyfriend with somebody at work, but everybody done come on. And that's where cheating. Do your research. That's where the majority of cheating goes on at work. That's where the cheating goes on at work. It was a short stay. It was this place I was working at, and it was a short stay next to it. And man, I used to see people come in there. I used to see people come there and everything with the same uniforms on. I saw that a couple times. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what y'all work together and y'all on break? And y'all just came here and got a short stay for an hour real quick. Y'all gonna run through this little motel and then go back to work like nothing happened. Come, Humans humaning. You know what I'm saying? See, grandma knows. Yeah, you ain't got to be pretending. Oh yeah. Factories and hospitals. Let me tell you something too. My personal experience, something I know. I told the story, or I had a video one time arguing with somebody, but it was called Delusions of Grandeur. But I spoke about a situation that was actually a true situation. Let me tell you something. Night audit at a hotel, front desk at a hotel, especially overnight, housekeeping at a hotel, a lot of hotels. Ooh, you wouldn't believe it. I was working with a female that was sneaking up, and it was guys coming from older men coming from out of town and on business trip. Man, you wouldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Hotel, and they had on there. It was an article I read online. It said top 5 professions of both genders not to date. And one of them, it said don't date so for the females, it said don't date a stripper, of course. um don't, because of activities that go on in strip club and the high number of men they go across. It said, like I said, front desk. They didn't say night audit, but they said front desk at a hotel. They said a bartender, because a lot of times a lot of bartenders be drinking, male or female, behind the bar. Uh, it was something medical too. It might have been a nurse. And what else was it? It was something else. Yeah. It was like a CO, like a jail, like officers, jails, prison guard, even women police, like jail CO type of situation. Yeah, yeah, bartenders. Yeah. Yeah, overnight shit. I work somewhere. I got a story to tell. I can make a movie out of this, of some experience I went through back in 2015 and in the 2015, 2016, of what I seen and experienced. And yeah, so it was that. And let me tell you something, from knowing a lot of guys that might have been in the streets, or street guys, don't underestimate these women. Uh, these just like you got the COs and the prison guards, these women probation and parole officers. I remember when I first came up here, I got a job at a temp agency, and it was like a young guy. He was telling me, yeah, OG. He was like a gang member, like a blood. So he was like, yeah, OG. Da, da, da. He's just telling me all this little stuff. I wasn't really paying him any mind, but he was like, yeah, my PO such and such and such, but I get to do what I want because she messing with one of the homies. So I do what I want to. The homie smashing. So he telling me that his PO mess with his homeboy, who she is his PO too. So they find that out, she in trouble because she messing with his homeboy and she his PO. So he get, because benefits, and he get to do what he want to do. And that's so common. That was not the first time I heard of that type of arrangement. So that too. Now with the men, they what surprised me, they said the same thing with men, as far as the COs and the police, the cops too. The cops, oh, I done seen, growing up in the hood, I done seen cops in the back of my apartment complex late at night in the car with women that I knew that was getting high and doing drugs. And then they want to see, what you doing back here? Get out of here. And they in the car, and they got the girl in the back of the car. What you even doing back here with her in the car? I mean, true be told, I done seen her. She might be in the back, but she in the back for now. Like, why are you in the back of these? There's no nothing back here, nobody back here. Why are you just back here with her in the car? I feel like you getting ready to do something, or you just did something, or whatever. But any woman in that life, in that drug life, that was out there and she did what she had to do to support her habit, she will tell you that she has had those type of encounters with police. They catch them out there. What you doing out here? You going to jail? They on drugs. They don't want to have to go through withdrawal. And it's like, well, do this and I'll let you go. And that's how that happens. So what else they had up there? Um, And I remember they jokingly saying like men is really any, you know what I'm saying? But man, what did they say? See, I said COs, police officers. Was it? Oh, trainers, men who personal trainers get a lot of women. Men that's personal trainers was on there. Um, I'm gonna say that. Well, let me shut up. I ain't gonna say that. Just being a bouncer. Let me tell you something. Things can get crazy. I used to live in Daytona for 10 years. I was a bouncer. Things can get crazy at spring break time or at times where celebrities are performing. And you'll get all kind of offers for somebody to get in the VIP. I ain't never partook in stuff like that, but it's been offers. Like, oh, I'll let you do, and they put your hand here. They said, let's do this. Let me go up on the stage. This person performing, they want to be on the stage with the rapper and stuff. So it's like it's different. It like, but I can't remember all the men, but that was years ago when I read that. But how many was that? That was a personal trainer, the CO. You could pretty much say any man, especially if he a boss. If he a boss, any job I know at, like I've worked at warehouses where, because they say warehouses too. Watch out for can be like that at warehouses. I I remember being at a warehouse where the manager, he was messing with probably 5 or 6 other women there, and 2 of them started fighting. When I was 18, no, I was 19, and I worked at this warehouse called GMI, and I remember because I got hurt there, and it was a line, an assembly line that we worked on, and the guy that used to like was like a supervisor. They had him overseeing us. He drove a forklift, and it was like a Mexican guy, and he used to always come by there, and it used to be this one girl because he had come to her and talked to her. We knew that to be his fiance. So I don't know what went on because I don't speak Spanish, but I remember a fight kicked off on the line one day, and everybody who didn't speak Spanish was sitting there worried about what was going on. And we found out from a kid who knew Spanish that was on the line that the guy who was going with the girl that was his fiance or whatever, she had attacked. She found out he was messing with that girl, and a fight kicked off on the line. Uh, they was working. We was all working on the same line together, and she was messing with him, and a fight kicked off on the line. I was like 19 then. FedEx too, even the mailman. The mailman be doing that too. The mailman too. They do say they have had that on TV though. They do say things like that, like servicemen that show up at the house to do some work or something. The handyman, the handyman, he got the tools, you know, all the tools he need. You know what I'm saying? I have heard that too, but I think that's just a TV thing. Hopefully, yeah, men who now being what just popped in my head, what I think was on there too, was like DJ. Like that's why I brought up bouncing. It was right on the tip of my tongue. Like men who DJs and promoters at club. Basically, men you got to have some connections. You somebody. You the boss at the job. Men are just mess with any woman at the job, but like the boss at the job, you the club promoter or you the club DJ, you got connections. You can get you in VIP. I can get you in here for free. Get your friends for free. Get you the drinking free. Get you, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's still something it's stuff I ain't gonna say. But I ain't finna turn up on the tube be tubing. I ain't finna turn these folks chat up like that. You know what I'm saying? Tyrone talking about go ahead and say it. Mm-mm. Uh So I got 10 minutes, man. Big IV, Big Four, man. Appreciate y'all coming through here, man. Let me get off here. I've been in here a minute and 20 minutes and everything. I'll probably tap back in with y'all. Tap back in with y'all tomorrow or whatever. Make it do what it do, man. I be wanting to say this, but I be tired when I be getting off. When I be getting in the house, I be out of there. By the time I be getting home, it be 1:45. But yeah, I'll tap back in with y'all either tonight or tomorrow, man. Salute to the chat. Appreciate everybody for coming through. I'm about to get up off here, and I'll get back with y'all. I'm out.